Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Yeah. I want y'all to actually sing this shit when I'm done. No, for real. This is for me, this is the life I chose. They try to criticize me when I strike my pose. Well, homie, let me get in. You holding on me, I ain't with it. You see me trying to ball without you all up in my pivot. This is the life I chose.
Hello, and welcome to an on-the-road at Exotica experience of the Lisa Ann Experience, brought to you by Gas Digital Network. You can use my promo code TRLA at Gas Digital Network. Get yourself a little discount. Oh, fun. Some straws just came in on camera left. Love it when things like that happen because we really don't want to put our mouths on this Red Bull. Speaking of mouths, look over here. I got a beautiful one. Her name is the one, the only Nicolette Shea.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for having me.
I met you for my very first time last year at Exotica. Yes. I haven't gotten over you since. But I do realize that the only way that I can work with you is to work with you with browsers, right? Because you're a contract girl.
Well, of course. And we are so happy for your return as well.
Well, how can we arrange this scene for us? Because we got to get this going.
Of course that's going to happen.
It's going to happen, right?
We already know that's
We're going to get to work together, right, Frank?
Cheers.
Okay, cheers to that. So, Nicolette, this is your second or your third Exotica?
This is my second.
How do you like it?
I love it.
It's fun, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
The people watching is spectacular at Exotica, and as an entertainer, I think it's really important to meet your fans and get that inspiration and feel their warmth.
Yeah.
The smiles that you see all day of people just all you got to do is stand there.
Yeah.
And they're so happy to see you.
Of course, yeah.
That's such a great feeling.
Yeah. I'm really excited.
I tell my friends when they're like...
We're day 2.
Yeah, we're day 2 right now. We're in 2 deep. Mm-hmm. What new projects have you been working on with Browsers?
Well, I'm exclusive with them. We just filmed the finale of Browser's House.
How was it?
It was amazing. We worked really hard on it.
Yeah.
And we filmed it in Palm Springs, and we just did the finale in LA. So it was really, really fun. I got to work with a lot of really good performers.
Right.
And, at this point, we're all friends.
Yeah.
So it's been really
extended
awesome.
family in our own little way,
Yeah.
And Nicolette, are you feature dancing or touring and doing other events in Exotica?
Yeah.
I bet you're killing it.
I'm doing Sapphire. I've done Sapphire, and I just signed I'm doing a 12-month tour next year with Deja Vu.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I did the cutest photo shoot the other day. They put me in all the hustler gear and stuff, and so I'm really excited about that. They're going to be using some of those shots for a GIF on Pornhub and stuff. So I'm just,
you know what's funny about Deja Vu tours? We used to do years ago in the 90s, we would do this 12-week Deja Vu tour, and it was 3 days at one club, 4 days at one club. It was 6-7 days a week, all through Michigan, all through the Great Lakes up there. And I would laugh because every time I'd walk in, I'm I feel like I'm having deja vu because they all look the same.
True.
And they're all the same. And deja vu, ironic, right?
True. Yes.
Have you gotten picked up yet in the VU van?
No, I haven't.
So the Deja Vu has these things called the VU van, and it advertises all these girls on the van, and it'll say 100 pretty ones and 3 ugly ones, and it's the VU van, and it's
no way.
You get picked up at the airport, you're I'm slightly entertained
and slightly embarrassed,
mortified,
embarrassed.
Okay, and now you're gonna take me to my hotel in this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Exactly.
So this year, I'm sure AVN is going to be a very big year for you.
I hope so. I had a lot of fun at Pornhub Awards.
Yep.
And Kanye West decided to jump in and be the creative director for that. And he's shown a lot of, I've worked with him a lot recently, and
good.
He's a very creative and genius person.
Yeah, for sure he is.
So it's been awesome.
He's very talented. I mean,
it's been awesome.
Yeah, and to be touched by that gift.
Yeah.
And to work closely with people that are so gifted, I've always found to be very inspiring.
It's a really big opportunity.
And you show who are the people in your life that are making you want to do more.
Yeah, you make me want to do more. I want to do more on this podcast, but I can't.
So what are your signing hours?
It's too early for that. We can't before noon. We can't do anything.
It's already noon though.
Just kidding.
What are your signing hours here today at Exotica and tomorrow?
I'm signing from start to finish, so Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And I want to go from 1 to 10. I think, because, some people get off work and then they come late, or some people want to be here early, or
it flies by too.
Yeah, and yesterday I didn't feel like it was a really full day because it wasn't, and so we were only here for a few hours. So I want everybody to get the opportunity to come down here, meet your stars, get all your merchandise, and connect with the fans, because that's what without the fans we wouldn't be here. So.
100%.
Love you. We love you.
And for you, where do you see yourself venturing? I love that you're starting to feature dance and doing a tour like that, because it really mixes it up. And feature dancing it's hard work.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of you,
but it's fun
during the feature dancing, and it's amazing.
It's hard work, but it's fun, and so
you were feature dancing at a time when it was even more lucrative.
Yeah, it was, and it was different. It was very
amazing.
And also the stages were bigger at a lot of clubs because they weren't focusing on lap dances as much.
Exactly.
And so you could wear this big costume, and if you wear a big costume now, you are literally dropping somebody's drink on them when your skirt just swoops around and knocks them over. I used to wear this huge Southern belle, and I had this Indian with this full headpiece. And,
beautiful,
but
beautiful
you couldn't
costumes.
do it now because the stages
it would
are
be
much
a little
smaller.
too much. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me, what is your favorite thing about being in the business? And you've been in the business how long now?
I've only been in 18 months.
Okay, so less than 2 years.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
But I... Yeah, and I would love to talk to you more about like what you were doing at what you honestly. I feel like you're the best person to ask, and that's why I was so honored to come on your podcast, because I just want to learn from you everything that I can.
We need to talk more then.
Okay,
Can you think of any questions right now? Because I think my listeners would find this intriguing.
I just like for someone who's new like me, I find a lot of inspiration from you, and I like the fact that you're such a powerful businesswoman, and
it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes years.
Yeah.
And so you're at the beginning of this right now.
You're very
and
inspiring.
you're gathering your data,
yes,
right?
I am.
And then you're gonna get to this point where you're like, okay, what's my next level in the business gonna be? Though I probably still gonna be performing. Where do I want some other skin in the game?
Right.
And with your branding, you're doing so well with your branding, and having the support of Brazzers is unbelievable.
Thank you.
But with your branding, and now working more with Kanye West, you see me with my sports thing.
Yeah.
You already know you want to kind of spin a little bit in a different direction.
I would love that.
Whether it's even just some clothing, whatever it is for your branding, right? And I try to talk to a lot of girls about understanding the power of our brand.
Yeah.
And one of the most exciting things I've added to my brand is by getting involved with charity and raising money for charity. And it's so cool because your fans have been connected with you on a different level.
Yeah.
And it's been my second year doing the Walk to End Alzheimer's.
That's
and this
so
year I was the
cool.
lead charity raiser.
Wow.
And my name was called Lisa Ann on the stage at the event.
Wow.
And it was so sweet. And I had friends with me, which I was so
really
happy to
touching.
share.
Yeah.
And what's neat about it is, all of our fans are our friends because we're fans of things too.
Yes.
And so we get where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And then to pull them closer and know that the next step you take, they'll probably follow you there too.
Yeah. And I'm sure you're meeting a lot of really cool people being involved with that.
Yeah. We should do something like that
I would
together.
love to come to the walk. I will come. Is
fun.
it walking or is it running?
It's
because
walking.
my boobs are so big.
No, it's walking. I did one last Saturday in San Diego for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Yeah.
This is my second suicide prevention event this year. So far, I've done one every 6 weeks all year. And my goal this year was to be a part of raising $100,000 for other charities. I'm really
love
close
to
to
be
that.
involved in that too.
It's cool.
Send
Like
me an
I do
invite.
dream dates.
I'll be there.
I let people auction off a dream date for me to go to like a baseball game, and the guy pays this date. You bring security with you. The guy's not going to be, but yet you become friends with this person now.
Yeah.
And now you're friends forever because they want to donate to a good cause.
Yeah.
And it was the best prize to them out of the auction, right?
Yeah.
They're like, why wouldn't I want to go to eat with Lisa Ann? So
I definitely think
it's
this suicide
powerful.
prevention is so important.
So important.
Yeah.
And home
And
for
good
you
for
is
you.
Vegas, right?
Yeah, home is
Okay,
Vegas.
good to know. Okay, I'm going to make sure that we spend some time.
Yeah, we have to.
We definitely. I know you probably need to get to your booth, right? Or can you
Well,
stay?
I'm having so much fun
Then
with you.
let's stay. Let's
So
stay.
tell me about your book.
Okay.
I need to see this.
You're getting one today.
Oh, thank you.
And this is my story from getting into the business to retirement. Kind of blueprint by blueprint. And the way I got the back of the book, do you remember 2014, the game made this Instagram post, and Instagram made him delete it because his package looked so good in these boxers. They were really tight.
That sounds
And
hot.
underneath it, he had all the hashtags of all the words to his new rap song.
Wow.
And at the time, I was trying to figure out what to do with the back of my book.
And it says
And I had
Lisa
all these
Ann.
photos from my history of my career on the floor. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking shoot a picture of that. I'm going to write all the hashtags from all the hashtags in my book, and that's going to be the back of my book. It's going to look like an Instagram post.
Wow. And how much is your book?
I sell it on my site for $19.99.
That's a
free
great
shipping,
price.
and Amazon sells it as well. And you can also get the audio Kindle, the Kindle version.
Hashtag Lisa Ann.
You got to do it. I'll tell you, writing is very cathartic.
Yes.
And what helped me a lot was ever since I've been on the road.
You wrote this. You didn't
No.
have a
And I
ghostwriter.
overwrote. My editor hated me. My new book that I'm writing right now is going to be much easier because I'm not going to overwrite.
Good for you.
But one of the things that helped me was I'm a handwritten journal person.
Yeah.
But I keep them every year. And I didn't realize it, but when I went to go write my book, I had 20 years of little notes of scenes. I could find the exact date I did the Palin scene.
Yeah.
I could find the exact date I started a new job.
Did you mention other porn stars in your book or no?
A little bit. You'll see. You'll read. This is going to be great for your
want
flight
the
home.
juicy details.
There's some juicy details out there.
Is there? Because that's
And there's also things about my life you might not know.
I want to know.
I know you do. I know you do. Where can people reach you on social media, all platforms?
It is Nicolette_Shea. So NICOLETT_Shea, SHEA, on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm on Snapchat, Shea Booty. I just signed with Fancentro.
How do you like it?
I have my private Snap. It's snapshay.com.
Okay.
And
everyone loves Fancentro.
I absolutely love it. I've only had it for 10 days. I've probably given at least 10 blowjobs. But
keeps you busy.
Yeah, no, it gives me a reason to, kind of
have more dick in your mouth.
Yeah, get freaky because I love giving blowjobs.
Yeah, it's a favorite of mine as well. I just shot a gangbang movie, and there were times
Who did you
where
shoot that with?
it was for my company.
Yeah.
My guys were.
Oh my God.
Isaiah Maxwell.
Oh my God. Oh,
Rob
he's
Piper.
amazing. He's amazing.
Nat Turner.
Oh.
John. And Jason Brown.
Ooh, so you had all.
So I got to give a lot of blowjobs that day.
Wow.
It's very exciting. I agree with the blowjob thing. There's
that
not
sounds
enough time
really
for it.
kinky, babe.
Have you? Okay.
When am I going to see this?
It's on Lisa Ann's Blackout 3. It's coming out next month. All right. Is there anybody in the business, guys,
I want to black out.
that you haven't worked with yet that you want to work with?
I worked with Isaiah recently.
Have you worked with Rob Piper yet?
I haven't.
Oh.
Rob, are you out there?
Oh, he's out there. I love him.
I'm looking forward to meeting him.
I fell in porno love with Isaiah in 2014 before I retired.
Yeah.
And he was brand new, and I met him through gym camp, and we did a great scene together, and I just loved his energy.
He's very sweet. He's a very, very sweet, down-to-earth.
And he's so neat.
Yes.
His toiletry bag, he brings his own towel. I look at all of his stuff and how his shirts always look so nice. I always
He's
feel
just naturally that way.
Right. So Lainey, my PR girl, introduced me to Rob Piper to come on my podcast. And so he comes on my podcast. He's got a big one,
doesn't he?
And I'm like, and you know what? I didn't sneak a peek at his penis. I didn't have sex with him before it was on set. But I met him on my podcast, and I was like, I can't believe I'm sitting next to him, and I'm committing to not having sex with him today.
Yeah.
Why? We're at my house recording this podcast. We go right upstairs. We can do it right here.
Yeah.
But I didn't. So I didn't even sneak a peek and look at his penis.
Were you being professional?
I was.
Wow.
Well, my very first scene with him was an anal scene.
You can do anything you want, though.
I know.
You're at a point.
But I wanted to save it for
doesn't
sex.
matter. You want to go upstairs and bang, go upstairs and bang.
But here's the rule.
Matter.
Once you have sex with a porn star off camera, it ruins everything.
I think it's good.
No! I've done it before.
You want to meet me tonight?
No, for you it'd be different.
Fancentro.
But guys, I used to have guys come over as fuck buddies, and then we'd show up on set, and I'd be like, this isn't as exciting because I just fucked you last Wednesday, and now it's, So I like to save that for set.
I do think penis, dicks are different than vaginas. It's different.
Well,
you have a different chemistry.
Let me tell you this story. I did not look up Rob's penis before the scene. Everyone told me it was big.
Yeah.
First scene with him was an anal scene.
Yeah.
It comes out. Not only is it big, but he's got one of those beautiful curves.
Oh,
but
I
you
love
gotta
the
work that
curve.
out in anal.
I love the curve. It's downward, isn't it?
It's great for a
Rob.
DP. Right when I saw it, I was
I've
like,
seen
oh
Rob.
my gosh, I cannot wait to DP with Rob.
We need him as our little sandwich.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He and I are taking salsa classes together.
He'll be like our
so I won't
chocolate
have
in the
sex
middle.
off camera with my porn star friends, but
Yeah.
I do a lot of activities with the male porn stars. Whether we meet for lunch, whether we brainstorm,
Yeah.
whether we're networking for business.
I'm gonna brainstorm with you.
Yeah. We can have sex though.
We will.
We can have sex off camera.
Well,
it won't be different.
Obviously, I saw your return, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I requested
I
you.
know that I will get to enjoy every last inch.
And you know that I requested
of
you.
all of that.
100%.
I'm requesting you.
Okay. This is.
Let's make
it's
it
on.
official.
We're gonna make this official, everybody.
We're
will be having
requesting
sex.
each other.
But we may have sex off camera first, just to break each other in.
I also want to do a boy, girl, girl with you.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Ideal situation.
And I'd like to do a hot and mean.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, ideal. I'm not mean though.
No.
Okay. Would you be the mean?
But it's called a ham just because that's what they tag it as.
Let's do
on
this.
On the site.
Hypothetical situation. Boy, girl scene. Me and you are the girls.
Yes.
Who would your guy be? First choice.
I'm thinking Johnny.
I got
Johnny.
to sign next to Johnny all day yesterday and today.
He's beautiful. He's wonderful.
Do you know that I was Johnny's first agent?
Oh, yes.
We have a great history.
So would you want to do it with him?
Fuck yeah!
Okay, perfect.
I'm working with him on the 15th of November, and ironically, yesterday I was scouting locations.
Yeah.
And I found the perfect location for he and I, and then I see him here, and I'm like, oh my god, I just booked us the perfect location for the 15th.
Perfect.
I'm spending, that's the one thing I'm spending more money than I should be on is my locations.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
I hate porno houses. I hate seeing a scene. I'm like,
Absolutely.
I know exactly where that house is.
Yeah.
I've shot there 20 times.
20 times.
I'm so sick of that fucking house.
Nobody wants to see the same thing.
I know.
Yeah.
So I look at that and I'm like, okay. So I go and meet all the location owners because I'm not a good gauge by their photos. It doesn't always, sometimes the room looks way bigger.
Right.
Or sometimes there's construction going on next door.
Right.
That's not going to work.
No.
So I have to roll up and I check out every house in person before I book it.
Yeah.
So I spend like 1 week
That's wise.
just driving around looking at locations and taking my own photos, then labeling them and setting up folders. This would be good for a gangbang. This would be good for a DP. This would be good
Absolutely.
because you need different spaces for different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel when the dick's going right in the ass, you don't have to have
So you're doing a lot of anal now?
I do a lot of anal.
I haven't done anal yet.
Save it.
I'm saving.
I saved it. Okay,
How long?
15 years.
Oh, whoa.
The business is different.
I don't know if I
now.
can make it that long.
But I mean, at least you save it for a couple, and get
Yeah.
big money for it.
Well, next April will be my 2-year mark.
Okay, that's
so
perfect.
I think
That's much longer than most girls
sometime
today.
around
wait.
then or
Question.
after then. A lot of people are asking.
Do you do anal in your personal life?
Yeah.
So it won't be hard for you then.
I don't think so.
Good. Because for some girls, that's the
I
issue.
love my butthole.
Me too.
Yeah, it's okay.
And once you understand your butthole, it's fucking game on.
Yeah.
That thing becomes your secondary business partner. Vagina
Ooh.
always the first in command, but the
You
secondary
have
business
so
partner.
many interesting holes
We do.
that I am really ready to explore.
Have you done a DP
Your mouth
yet?
is just so sexy. When you're talking to me, it's like, it's mesmerizing.
This is what you did to me last year.
It's
you left
beautiful.
quite an impression on me.
Oh, she's
The whole time I was
blushing.
like, oh my gosh. Have you done a DP in your real life yet?
No, I have not.
Oh my God, you're gonna love it so
okay,
much.
so let's do it.
Okay, you're gonna.
Will you help
and we
me?
can even do it in the boy, girl scene because I can wear a strap on and me and Johnny can DP you.
Absolutely.
I have an amazing strap on, but it goes into these boy shorts, so it doesn't have all those weird straps.
Absolutely.
And sometimes when I'm directing, I like to wear it under my jeans.
Now,
just 'cause it makes
now
me
we're
feel
getting
bossier.
creative. We're getting really creative. We're coming up with all sorts. We're brainstorming. This is what you call brainstorming.
This is what you call brainstorming.
Good morning, Exotica.
We are brainstorming right now. Things are happening. DPs,
Big things.
Big things. Big things. Do you have a strap on? Are you an owner?
I have one, but it's not a very large one. It's a medium size.
White or black?
It's white.
Mine's black, of course.
Okay.
I just happens this way.
You need to bring that when
Okay.
you come to Vegas. Come
Okay.
over. anytime.
I normally do pack it with me.
And use it on me.
I will.
Okay, good.
That would be fantastic.
Oh my God.
I was with a girl
I can't
once
wait for
on the
this.
road in the 90s that was so good with a strap on. I was like, I think this girl just fucked me better than a dude.
Can I touch this? Oh, you know, I have to tell you, I think you're one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh.
I
you're
really
so
do.
sweet.
I think you are.
No.
Yeah, you are.
No. I can't take this complimenting. She's so nice. I'm
Let's
gonna
take
cry.
a moment and appreciate Lisa for all the wonderful years. I love you.
You know
I
what?
love you. I hope we become really good friends.
We will. And when I
Okay.
met you last year, you know, it's moments like we had that made me really glad that I came back.
Aww.
Because I want to answer questions.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I want to. Maybe you tell
I
me
couldn't
something
be
that was
happier for you.
horrible, and I can share the same story.
Yeah.
And it makes it seem like it's not as
The
bad.
queen is
right?
back, baby. The queen is
The
back.
queen is back. That is so right.
So if you're the queen, can I be the princess?
You are the princess. Look at you. And you're signing with Bonnie.
Yes, I'm signing with Bonnie. This is our first ever browsers booth at any Exotica. And they're doing this as like a trial run.
Yeah.
And they're hoping that, you know, in the future, we're going to get bigger booths and bring more girls in because, you know.
I say it belongs in the center.
I'd say so.
Can I tell you that when I was in Italy doing my feature tour, so many kids came in wearing Brazzers t-shirts. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
30% of the club was filled with kids in brand new Brazzers
Wow.
or Pornhub. I was
Wow.
like, oh my God, they love Brazzers.
Yeah.
You need to go dance in Italy. It
Okay.
is an amazing experience. The fans can't speak any English, but they love so much.
Yeah.
And it's just enough to be like,
Would
oh
you
my
ever
God.
dance again?
Yeah, I'm dancing next weekend.
You are? Where?
So I'm going to Gossip in Long Island, a club that I go to
Good.
regularly. I'm only dancing at the clubs where I had great relationships with people.
Wow.
And I want to do like maybe 6 or 8 bookings a year.
That
That's
would be
it.
so fun.
It's just perfect.
That's
just enough.
perfect.
It's
Yeah.
just enough. Well, we're going to take a quick cut and let Nicolette get to her booth.
And make sure you buy
The Life.
and come and see us down at Exotica. We'll be here for one more day, and I hope you have a terrific day too. Thank you so much for having me on your show. Mwah. Love you.
All right, I am back. We are solo. A little bit of time for me to recap what's been going down so far at Exotica. I am your roving reporter on the street right here, right now. Last night was action-packed. The excitement on everyone's face, because remember something, when I was at Exotica last year, I knew I was coming back, but no one else did. I didn't release a scene till this year, 2018. This is my first time coming to an Exotica, New Jersey with DVDs. And so people are kind of tripping out. You know, everyone's kind of like, didn't see this coming. It's been very exciting. Lots of conversations with people that I've known for years that have been coming to these events and reminding me that I've been coming to these events since they started. I think this is the 10th, 11th or something of the Exotica in New Jersey. And it's just fun. It's just fun listening to everybody's stories. Last night was ladies' night. So women get in free, so a lot of couples come. I love to meet all the couples knowing that they enjoy their pornography. After this week, you're going to catch me in New York. I'm going to be doing a ton of PR, promoting all the new adventures I've got going on. One being something very unique that I think you're going to like. I will be designing a custom sneaker every month just to be sold exclusively to my fans. I picked the Air Jordan look, and this company has a deal with Nike and Air Jordan as long as they don't change the integrity of the shoe, that they can redecorate and brand with my logo on it. So since I love sneakers and I really want to turn sneakers into my full-time wardrobe when I'm not at these events, I really want to not wear heels anywhere else. You can look so nice from the top up and have some kicks on and be able to just move so well, especially in New York City. I walked for years in New York City in heels. There's grates, there's cracks, there's dogs, there's people. It is a treacherous event of almost like constant Pilates because you're always using your core to make sure you don't break your fucking ass. Now I can walk around in my own custom kicks. How fucking cool is this? So this is something that you'll all know about first as my podcast people. All 13, maybe 14 of you, I may have confirmed another listener. I'm not sure yet, but again, being in public is much easier because my little studio room at home, it's getting crowded with us in there. I feel your body heat, all 13, maybe 14 of you. I'm suspect on the 14th one. I'm not really sure. But you're listening to the other shows at Gas Digital, and luckily, you're going to hear me on them. I will be visiting the studio next week. I haven't seen the new Gas Digital studio since it's been finished. So we will go on a virtual tour together. I plan to Periscope. I plan to do Insta Story, and I plan to force the studio people to give me an awesome fucking tour that you can be a part of. And you can see I've been, so fortunate through Lainey to link with Gas Digital. I have awesome support. All I have to do is talk and upload, okay? I don't have to do any more thinking from this point forward, making my life a lot more social and easy. But when I started, they were building this massive studio. And I've gotten to hear all the updates and seen some photos of some things along the way, but to actually be there in person hasn't happened yet. I've saved it for us. So I'll let you all know first, and maybe I'll do a little something for just my podcast people that we can put in my next podcast video. But I'm going to tour you. You're going to see it on all of my social media. That is the big plans for next week. I have a secret podcast I've been invited to be a guest of that my mind is fucking blown that I'm getting to be on this said person's podcast. And I don't even want to tell you who it is because I'm kind of superstitious and I'm afraid if I do, it might not happen. But I am so excited that I've been thinking about it for weeks. This is probably the most excited I've been to meet someone in person and have them actually want to interview me than ever. So big moment in my life. Happy over big moments. And then I get to go back home after gossip and be a couch potato on my football Sundays again. But till then, I'll be out and about quite a bit, and you'll be seeing all of it. I think that Rob should come on for a recap interview. A lot of you have been asking about him since I had him on the podcast and we hadn't had sex yet. So what I'd like you guys to do is write me a list of questions that you want for Rob. The things you want to know about what was in his head going to set after we had already met but not had sex. All of these things, you know where to send them. All 13 of you are clearly in my email database, okay? It's asklisaann@gmail. Let's put a real specific email together for Rob. If you want credit for the question, put your name after the question, and I'm going to paste them all onto one doc to make it easy for me. So if you want credit, put your name after the question, and I'm going to let you partake in an interview with me and Rob Piper. And I'm also going to take him on Shade 45 in LA on Rude Jude's show, because I just feel like the male performers don't get enough airtime. And I think a lot of you wanted to hear from them too. So I'm trying to raise the level of what we got for them. And I think Rob is just the perfect person because you all know he's my porno love right now. And I go through this. It's what we call dick drunk in the business, but it's also dick addicted. So I'm a little dick addicted to Rob. So I'm just booking scene after booking scene because, of course, I don't want to ruin it and fuck him at home. That's going to ruin everything, people. Believe me, the temptation is there. We text during football games, and I'm like, wouldn't it be nice to have Rob on my couch watch this game and fucking during halftime? But I refrain. I'm protecting the product for all of you. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to resist all of this. So as you can tell, it's getting a little bit louder here, which probably means I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to be back with you next week. Make sure you give me your questions for Rob Piper, and I will have him back on for a very special interview. I'd like you to know that Lainey, my favorite person in the world, is sitting over here watching me, which just warms my heart. She told me I look like a little doll today. So sweet. Everybody, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Lisa Ann Experience. Check out all of the awesome shows at Gas Digital and use my promo code. And use my promo code TRLA at Gas Digital Network. Get yourself a discount and have yourself some fun. So here we are, the Lisa Ann Experience, and this is kind of like a part 2. Part 1 was actually live at Exotica, New Jersey, Edison, New Jersey, the metropolis that is Edison, New Jersey. And now I'm right here. My very first time visiting the brand new Gas Digital Network Studios, and it is beautiful. And I'm going to be back here again this week, so I'm going to give you a BTS tour, a little bit of live stuff when I'm back here, really fill you in so you can feel what it's like to be in this awesome studio and check out all the different rooms. There's a beautiful back area. I hope it's nice out so I can take you out there with me. But for right now, I thought, let's recap Exotica. How was it? It was amazing. It was a ton of fun, and I will say I got to get in my little digs and zingers with some people that I really wanted to, which felt great, and I will get to that. But one of the main thing was I was really surprised how many of my fans just like came up to me and said, thank you. Thank you for coming back. It was like I created a narrative of just nice conversation. Nobody had anything weird to say. It was just thank you. Thank you for coming back. I was like, whoa. What can I do next year to keep these thank yous coming? That was my biggest concern immediately because I really liked it. It was awesome. Everyone made me feel incredible. Kevin, who is the league winner in the LADF Fantasy Baseball League, Kevin showed up and I got to meet him in person, take a photo. You can find him on my Instagram at @TheRealLisaAnn. And it was awesome meeting Kevin and getting to have this like banter in person versus always on social media or always smack talking in our leagues. And I was just like, this, you never know what is going to happen at Exotica. So, I have my little things that I'm working on, trying to figure out where everyone's head's at in the business and also trying to get into people's heads in the business. So my attack at Exotica was well plotted. This time it was for Fancentro. You guys have seen all these girls posting this Fancentro stuff, and I met with the people from Fancentro for the first time when I was in Phoenix for the Phoenix Forum. The Phoenix Forum is a non-fan industry event, so it's all just kind of like B2B, all business to business. And, Adam from Evil Angel was going and their attorney was going. They said, this might be a good time for you to come back and network with some of the vendors. And I thought, okay. So we're sitting at this table and this guy comes over and he's super abrupt. He's not American. He's kind of pushy. And he's like talking at me. Okay. So you can just guess what culture he is. Not being racist, just telling you. And he's talking at me and it's annoying me. And he's like, oh, look at this thing, Fancentro. And I'm like, well, how does it work? And at the time, it's similar now, but they've done a little bit better, but it's still similar. So you have these fans that follow you on a paid Snapchat. But it's a 1-month subscription at a time. So each time they cancel, you have to go into your database and delete them. And if they re-sign up, you have to re-add them. And so I said to him right away, too much paperwork. It's not going to be worth it. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, he's like, we could be in your account. We could do it for you. I'm like, listen, if I get 1,000 signups and I've got to delete 1,000, like who's got the time for that? It just seemed like so taxing. And he's like, well, we could do this. We could do this. And I said, listen. This is my first event out since I am starting to produce and return to the business. How about I take your business card and we talk about this another time? Oh, that wasn't good. Then he starts pitching me again. And I said to him, you need to get out of my face before I never fucking talk to you again. So he got up and walked away. Let's flash forward to now. So now I'm getting report cards from the girls and the performers that are using Fancentro. And what I'm hearing isn't making me happy. And what I'm hearing is the platform requirements. So what I did was I asked one of the girls to give me their paperwork. Like, what's the contract? What's your agreement like with this Fancentro? How much split are they taking, which is like very close to 50%, which is a lot. And what are your requirements to be a part of this? And so the requirements are like a minimum of like 12 posts a day. And it's like a minimum of 30 minutes a day. And that's 7 days a week. And they're making it seem as if it's not mandatory, but they're putting it in paperwork that, they're dangling carrots. They're saying to girls, well, this girl's making 50 grand a month and this is what she's doing. So, every girl's going to follow suit, right? Every girl wants to make 50 grand a month. So they're doing all these things. So I decided that I would tell them that I was ready to have a meeting with them. And I knew that would get them super hopped up that they were going to be doing business with me. But I knew I was not going to be doing business with them. So it's just not my jam. I don't want to be glued in a very narcissistic way to my phone and my camera 7 days a week. I don't want to feel like I have to put on makeup and be a porn star every day. I want to have balance in my life. So it's just not a good fit for me, but they didn't know that yet. So I scheduled the meeting for late in the day so they could think about the excitement of this all day. Because again, remember, I'm a dollar sign. So they're looking at me like this bitch could be a meal ticket. If we could only turn her into one of our worker bees. Problem is, we're not workers. We're independent contractors. We're entrepreneurs. We're talent. We're not workers. So I sit down with them and I said, so I have a couple questions for you. The first question is, do you know the difference between an independent contractor and an employee? And they're like, well, yeah. And I said, well, if you're giving requirements and if you're telling girls they have to post 12 times a day, 30 minutes a day, 7 days a week, you're making them an employee. He's like, no, it's not like that. It's like, I asked him another question. When it comes to shooting these scenes, you are making the talent producers, but a lot of the talent are really young or they're new to this part of the business. And have you educated them at all on what their responsibilities are as producers? And he's like, well, no, that's not our responsibility. And I said, well, let me just paint a picture for you. Girls shooting a scene for this said site, Fancentro. And she has no IDs to prove that this kid's 18. This kid's mom finds this material somehow, gets back to the girl. What does he say to me? That's her responsibility. That's not our responsibility at all. I said, well, are you talking to the talent about collecting tests from the guys that they're having sex with on Fancentro that aren't in the industry? Are you having them collect 2257 paperwork that makes it legal for them to shoot this type of content in the U.S.? His first response was, well, it goes away after 24 hours, so what does it matter? Okay, I don't think that's a realistic response, but I said, okay. Again, let me ask you, are you telling the girls this? Because I'm individually asking the girls, are you getting IDs? So you know you have to have a copy of everybody's ID you shoot with. Are you getting a copy of their test? Are you doing these things? And they're like, no, I wasn't told I had to do that. So I brought it up to him again. And he's like, listen, it's not our responsibility. We're just an app. I said, but you're treating these girls as employees and you're treating them as workers instead of independent contractors, instead of entrepreneurs. Why are you doing this? They're trying to make as much money as they can, as fast as they can before the app just goes away, because there's no way this can be legal that we're distributing content with no age gate, with no paperwork proving the age of the talent that is in these scenes, with no STD tests. Like, all of this is like the fucking wild, wild west. Like, what the fuck? And he's just looking at me. And I said, I just feel that what you're doing really walks a tightrope. And the reason I'm talking to you about it is because I've been talking to talent that's on your platform, and I'm making sure that they're aware that this isn't good for their mental health. Doing this 7 days a week and having them, and here's an example, they will email and call the girls when there's not enough content. And one of the girls told me that, you know, she's like, well, I'm going to take a shower. And they're like, just shoot your shower. You just shoot stuff you already do. People don't realize it's not that easy. It's not that easy when you want to look a certain way and have a certain brand to just set up a camera and shoot your shower. Your shower that may have taken you 5 minutes because you were in a hurry. You now have to put a light in your bathroom. You now have to make sure the glass is clean and not smudged. You got to prop your camera up on something. You got to make sure it's a good angle. You might have to get now it's a 30-minute fucking shower. Now you're not getting the time that you needed to just relax in the shower. So what I was trying to express to this man was, I'm on to you. I'm coming for you. And he's like, well, what are you going to do about it? And I said, well, I think what's best here is that you understand that I would like to take your paperwork, your Fancentro paperwork, to the labor board in the state of California where I live. And I just want to ask some questions. I want to know whose rights are right and wrong here. I want the talent to be a little bit more protected in this situation with the legal ramifications that could come at them. I want to know why you think you can tell them they have to do this 7 days a week. And I said, and honestly, you really need to think of everybody needs a break from what they do. A dentist doesn't, fill cavities 7 days a week. He takes time off with his friends and his family. These girls are already consumed with social media being a 7-day-a-week, 24-hour-a-day job. Now you're adding that they've got to be, this guy wants them to shoot sex with their boyfriends, even if their boyfriend isn't in the business, but just not show their face. And I keep telling the girls, like, I don't know if you should ask your civilian boyfriend this. I just don't think you should force him into porn just because you want to make this X dollar sign on fancentro. So mind you, when I walked away, the look on this man's face was so beautifully priceless, because I think I may have made him make an immediate call, probably to his lawyer. He's probably wanting to hunt me down by now, but what I'm doing is the right thing. Who else is doing this? There aren't agents out there doing this. The girls don't know. They're being lured in by the possibility of this. And then on the other side of it, as a producer, I'm now worried about my talent being on my sets, taking an hour once their makeup is done and going all over the location to shoot content for their fancentro. I'm searching around the location. This did just recently happen to me. And I'm searching around the location to find this person so we can start the scene, and they're shooting their own stuff. That's really crossing into the workplace in many, many ways. So I thought you would enjoy this. Had to just, face-to-face conversation. I was thrilled to get to have it in person. I felt like it had a lot more impact. And since then, I've reached out to some of the talent and said, I really want you to think about marking out your day a week and telling them I'm not posting content this day. And you know what? Your fans will be fine with it. Your fans want you to have a life too. And that's just incredibly important. Had an interesting day. Started with the Morning Men. It was one of the best spots I've done with them probably ever. Me and Babchick kind of ad-libbed a scenario for a porn scene. And I'm thinking, we had this great idea a long time ago, and I want to make this idea come to fruition. So I want to bring Babs to LA and have him be like a cameo in a movie, a guest director, a guest creator, like a lot of different things, just because it would be so fun, and it would be fun for the whole family that is Foul Nation. You out there, listeners, fans of the Morning Men on Mad Dog Sports Radio. Yes, Foul Nation. After Foul Nation, I scooched over to the dry bar to get a blowout, which probably was a strange idea since it's pouring rain. I also did forget an umbrella, but I booked out of there between raindrops to get into that cab. So, but still, did that. Then I had a couple other interviews to do. And tonight, I'm going to be doing a late night spot on Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio, my home. And then this weekend, I get to dance this weekend at Gossip. Thrilled to go out to Gossip and have a 3-show gig. Just kind of relax. Such a different vibe when I feature dance. I let myself sleep in on Saturday. Probably going to get a massage at the hotel. This will be the first Sunday that I'm going to miss the morning games because I'll be flying back. And I am already oh my gosh. But luckily, I'll be able to watch them all, the shortcuts on the NFL package later. But it's just going to feel weird because I'm going to land and I'm in the taxi on my way home just trying to catch up on all the scores, all the stats, all the injuries. What did I miss? What's happening? What's going on? It's all going to be good stuff, though. I have a little plan for Rob. I know you guys want to put some questions together for the asklisaann@gmail.com address so I can bring Rob Piper back on. And I'm also going to be bringing on some other girls. So I'll be sure to use your blanket statement questions that you send to me as well. And I know that I have some lists from all of you out there of guests that you want me to have. So I'll make sure I'll be doing that. But those are big plans for you. And you'll be hearing me on Rude Jude's show. And I have a funny story to tell, but I think I should save it for Jude's show. But I'll give you a little teaser. It had been years since this happened to me. Today I was doing a radio show, and the guy asked me if I would read the news topless in the radio studio with no cameras. Does anybody else think that's kind of creepy? So literally, you're asking me to do a job for you, read the news, topless, so you can watch. There's no other purpose to this. This is benefiting me none, not trying to be selfish, but it should be mutually beneficial. I mean, a true compromise is when both parties walk away slightly dissatisfied. But there's no compromise there. So, of course, I ixnayed that. I was like, yeah, no, I won't be reading the news topless. This is a radio show. That's really strange. But we're going to get into the who, the when, the how, when I visit Shade 45 and I'm on Rude Jude show, which is going to be the 27th of November, right after we all watch the Cowboys game on Thanksgiving. And for those of us that are Cowboys fans, I think we're numb to it by now. Yeah, we're numb to it. But we are going to wrap this up. This was your recap from Exotica. Jaden Cole, was great to see her out there. You saw us up there with the porn star panel. Tara Patrick came in from Italy. Also great to see her. She's featured on the cover of the new After Porn Ends. Make sure you watch it. I haven't watched it yet. I'm saving it, but I'm definitely going to watch it ASAP because I'm really into the After Porn Ends. The sad thing is it never ends. We all get right back in because we love it so much. Just like I love all of you. Don't forget, I'm looking for new questions, comments. Also, I need some iTunes reviews. I'm wondering what's out there. I know I have 15 of you so far, confirmed listeners. Let's see if we can get those 15 people to talk to 15 other people. You know, tell a friend, phone a friend, and have that friend help you write a really clever review on my iTunes page. For more, you can go to gasdigitalnetwork.com and use my promo code TRLA for your little discount to catch all of my archive stuff. Don't forget to submit your questions, and I will be seeing you this weekend, Long Island, in Melville at Gossip. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Lisa Ann Experience.
This is the life I chose.